Doctors, what was the moment you realized it wasn't dementia? My mother started getting confused, forgetting names, missing appointments, telling stories that made no sense. At 68, it seemed like the inevitable, tragic slide into dementia. I felt a profound sense of guilt. I lived 3 hours away and couldn't be there every day. So when Angela, a retired nurse from her church, offered to become her live-in caretaker, it felt like a prayer answered. Angela was perfect. She was patient, kind, and sent me constant, reassuring updates. But every time I visited, Mom seemed worse. She was more withdrawn, more paranoid. She'd whisper that Angela was moving her things, that she was hearing voices. I'd calm her down, my heart breaking, and thank Angela for being so selfless. I was a fool. The turning point came during a phone call. Mom was crying, her voice a terrified whisper. "She's trying to make me crazy," she sobbed. "She told me if I tell anyone, they'll put me in a home and I'll never see you again." That's when she mentioned the will had been changed and my grandmother's pearl necklace was missing. The self-doubt I had been swimming in for months evaporated and was replaced by ice-cold fear. That weekend, I told Angela I was taking Mom to a specialist and would be staying for a few days. While they were out, I installed 3 small security cameras, disguised as smoke detectors, in the main living areas. It was a desperate, calculated trap. I went home and watched the live feed for a week. What I saw made me physically sick. It wasn't overt abuse. It was subtle, psychological torture. I watched Angela switch out Mom's regular pills for something else just before my daily phone call, making her drowsy and confused. I saw her unplug the phone, then tell my mother I hadn't called. I recorded her standing in the doorway of my mother's bedroom at night, whispering cruel things until my mother woke up terrified, thinking she was having nightmares. It was a deliberate, methodical campaign to manufacture dementia for financial gain. The most damning footage was of Angela helping my mother sign some financial papers, her hand guiding my mother's trembling one. I took the footage, along with my mother's medication bottles, to a geriatric specialist. He confirmed my fears. The pills Angela was giving her weren't illegal, but at that dosage, they were known to cause severe confusion and memory loss in the elderly. He was legally obligated to make a report. A week later, I called a care planning meeting at the house. My aunt, my uncle, Angela, and 2 people I introduced as elder care advocates were there. The advocates were actually a detective and a social worker. I let Angela talk for 20 minutes about how Mom's condition was deteriorating, how she needed to be placed in a facility, and how she, Angela, should be given full control of her assets to manage her care. When she was finished, I turned on the television. I played the highlight reel, the pills, the gaslighting, the forged signatures. The color drained from Angela's face. My aunt started sobbing. The detective just looked at her and said, "Ma'am, I think you need to come with us." My mother is with me now, and every day a little more of her old self returns, though she still wakes up from nightmares sometimes.